everyone. We are back at the CARDANO Summit 2024, the community event in New York City. And we have aSung again, a special guest on our show. And yeah, we're just interviewing projects, community members, anyone who wants to talk about everything Cardano. But thanks for having us again.
Yep, thanks for having me again, Gianna. Good to be here.
So what's new? What are you up to these days?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm here just to say hi.
All NFTs have died.
Yep, everyone's gonna go. Really sad today, but no. There actually has been a few developments.
Okay.
The biggest thing is we've actually consolidated our collections. We're launching another token, and before that's it. I guess that came out really badly, but before going further, token is going to be a digital share of our parent company. So to put it simply, we're giving the opportunity for holders who've been with us for, as long as 3 years. It's been 3 years since the product came out. We're giving them the opportunity to become part owners of our company. And so what started off as an NFT project is now essentially a small tech startup. So we're going to be focusing more on, gaming as a whole, which has kind of been the focus at the beginning, but shifting more towards the Web2 applications. So examples, we have 2 things running right now that are not NFT related at all. One is a crypto swap, iohk.finance. If you follow the project, you might already know about it. If not, it's just as of right now, a non-KYC way to swap your crypto. It works like any other out there. Nothing crazy different for now. But we are making adjustments to hopefully turn that one day into something similar to a centralized exchange. But that's still a work in progress. Right now, UX.finance is live as an swap.
UX.finance.
UEX.finance.
UEX.finance. Okay, I'll leave that down below.
Yep.
In the comments
if you're watching right now, this moment, it might be under maintenance. But I think by tomorrow it should be live.
Okay, I'll probably release this next week too.
Awesome. And the second part is with VPN. So again, VPNs are not anything new necessarily, but in the context of gaming, you need a marketplace, right? If you have a marketplace, you need a way to exchange, assets or exchange items through a marketplace, and a way to transact. If you have a game, and one of the big risks in games could be you just can access your character, you can access the game itself. This VPN is one solution for that, where you can use it for gaming. If your country, or if your city, or whatever decides to stop, they just ban the game, or the game just goes under for that particular area. You might have an idea, or you can still be able to access the account, your characters, and whatever you're doing. Now, of course, the VPN can be used for many other things, not just gaming. And that's the appeal, I guess, for a non-crypto, non-Web3 person, whether it be a user, an investor, whatever. And so these are just 2 technologies we have available today. And to recap this, we're essentially creating the opportunity for people to be part of Net Technology, which is our parent company, which will have these systems I mentioned, plus some more coming in the future.
How many shares are going to be? Do you know yet?
So the tokenomics is still not finalized.
Okay.
Yeah, so what ends up happening, this is just a little, I guess, I don't know if this is secret or not, but so
I'll edit it out.
No, that's fine.
Top secret.
Okay, so this is a not so secret, I guess. But previously, or rather initially, the idea was just to onboard just the current community. Give them the ability to become part owners, and this is done through locking your NFTs. You still own them, but what's going to happen is you can send your NFTs to our dashboard, and you get back net tokens in return. And net tokens, it's a one-to-one. One net token equals one digital share. And the idea here is you can always unlock them if you decide to give back the same amount of net you've got locking them. But thinking about this and talking to people not in the crypto space about it, we actually got a lot of interest from this people, I guess you can call them retail investors or retail as a whole, or even some larger firms and organizations. They see technologies like UX Finance and VPN being, or rather having a place in the future, right? UX Finance is a swap, right? And so larger swaps, larger exchanges, like the system Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, stuff like that, right? And it just so happens that a lot of these people that are interested in these technologies, they are early investors in Kraken. They are early investors in Binance. And yeah, is UX going to become as big? Who knows? Maybe. It'd be nice.
You were about here first.
But what you also need to realize is in the traditional finance or just regular markets, you don't need to be the biggest company. Like middle and small firms, middle and small, I guess, size companies exist together. And in the US alone, I mean, I think something 33%, or maybe it's the opposite, 66% of companies are smaller medium-sized businesses. And so what we're building here, we're not trying to build next Amazon. I mean, yeah, maybe in the future that's what it ends up being, but just some sort of company to provide tools for when these things do go mainstream, or rather not go mainstream, but when these things exactly plays a larger role in your life, you might not see blockchain on the front end, but something like banking. Right now, the traditional finance system, there's something called T+2. So it takes 2 days for your money to settle, right? And to us consumers, whatever, right? Too bad, better wait 2 days. But if there's a big deal going on between companies or something at a much higher level, not having access to those funds can be actually a problem. So we can see an example of blockchain and the T+2 going away with the integration of blockchain and certain aspects of the banking system. And so similarly, I guess kind of what I'm saying, it's I lost my train of thought.
T+1.
T+2. +3. No. So I mean, I guess similarly, that's one example of how blockchain plays a role or can play a role in the future. And a swap and a VPN are just two of our technologies that we're creating. We'll have more in the future. The focus is on gaming, so we do have some simple games. Anyone who's played on Clip or Newgrounds and stuff back in the day, making games, like, it's still typical like small 8-bit games that are starting off. But we're really just creating those just to launch and test this, making sure that if we're going to be using a token to, I guess, just to say, in theory, if you were to put in a quarter to play, that everything functions as intended. If you're using a VPN, that the games themselves will be playable. Sometimes there's issues like that. And yeah, that's where we stand right now. We're kind of launching Nets. We did have a lot of interest outside the crypto space, and so we're currently working with regulators to file these things. And that's kind of what it is.
I think gaming is really that space where more people can get on board because they don't really realize that, oh yeah, there's like behind the scenes there's all this other tech, but you're just like, oh, this is this fun thing. And that's how you get them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
that's how we get a wider adoption, honestly.
Exactly. And gaming as a whole is also, it's big, right? You have people that are sitting in chairs for 12 hours.
I had a roommate like that in college, yeah. I'm like, did she pee? What's going on?
And then other people who only play games when they go to the bathroom. They're just sitting there, 2 minutes of Candy Crush and then walk away. Mm-hmm. But overall, the industry is really big. And again, kind of what I said before, you don't need to be the one gaming company or the one gaming application, I guess, to be big. You can just be successful just by having something that works and enough people use. Like, if you go back to the beginning of, I guess, the App Store, right? The first calculator app or the first chess app, it wasn't the best. It probably was clunky, but people used it because they're first out.
Yeah.
And similarly, like right now, as we see crypto expanding, as more people are, I'm not going to say accepting it, but it's more normalized. There's going to be a time where slowly but surely these companies start integrating certain parts of the blockchain with their technologies and with their current products because it's just more efficient. I don't think we're there yet. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or 1 year from now, but eventually we'll get to that point where something's going to come out with blockchain associated with it that'll change the game essentially and change the meta, right? That's if you look at it another way.
Hopefully it'll come sooner rather than later, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we're waiting. All we're doing is waiting, and but eventually it'll change.
Well, thank you so much, aSung, and yeah, it's just been really nice to see your project grow all this time, and yeah, best of luck for the next launch.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, and really the product wouldn't be anything without our holders, right?
Not the beauty, yeah.
It's so just, grateful. Exactly. You can be the best project, founders or leads or team members or whatever you want to call them.
That's like the people, the actual users behind it.
Right. What good is a good CEO if there's nobody using your product or application? It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, really, it's kind of this direction was really supported by our community, and we want to continue to treat them as we have been.
Awesome.